we call Lap's Last Call. Okay, it's gonna be 10 kind of rapid fire questions. Some football, some maybe not so much football related, more about LC, the person LC, but a lot of them are football for sure. Um, so we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the biggest trash talker you faced in the National Football League. And do you talk a little trash, LC, or you just let your play talk?
I used to talk a little trash.
Yeah. Do you?
But I'm kind of one of those guys now where you gotta poke me to get me talking. If you start talking, then best believe I'm gonna say something back. But probably the biggest trash talker that I've played against, I would say, guys usually don't trash talk to me because they know, that's not the way to go about it. But I would probably say Brandon Graham from Philly. He was a big trash talker, but I think after the first game, I played him at right tackle because I remember Tyron telling me, "Hey, man, before the game, he's gonna walk up and down the sideline. Wherever you go, he's gonna be eyeing you. He's just gonna eye you." So I was like, "All right, cool." So we come out of the tunnel, we're on the sideline, and we're walking, and I'm walking up the sideline, and he's literally following me step for step. If I go here, he's taking one more. If I I'm juking him, he's gonna do the same. But he's just staring at me, just giving me this like death look, and I'm like, okay. So first play of the game, I said, all right, come out there. I say, he started talking, blah, 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 blah. We hadn't even snapped the ball yet. So I said, Hut, we snapped the ball. And it was a play action. We faked the run.
Yep.
Here comes the pass. So I sell the run. He thinks it's a pass, and he realizes it's a. He thinks it's a run, but he realizes it's a pass.
Right.
But I hit him with like independent. So I go boom, boom, and then he goes to like try to. So I stymied his rush. So now he has to restart his rush. So he goes with the long arm. So the moment he put that long arm down, I trap it, boom, and I just knock him to the ground. I'm like, hey, don't ever look at me like that again. And then from that moment right there, the next game we played them in Philly, he came up to me before the game, was like, hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? How you doing? I was like, nah, holler at me after the game, man. I don't want to hear that. But we was cool ever since then, though. It was cool ever since then.
That's great. He made the mistake of poking the bear, man. Don't
That's
be doing
right.
that. Don't
That's
be
right.
doing that. I can't wait to watch you play. I'm telling you. All right. So the most underrated offensive and or defensive lineman that you played against that you don't think gets the attention they deserve? Is there anybody that comes to mind? Either an offensive lineman that you really respect that doesn't get the attention, or a defensive lineman you've played against that you feel like should get more attention?
Oh, I would say, and you probably don't. This guy probably wouldn't even stick out to you, but I played with him in Dallas. Malik Collins. He was a 3 technique. He's a man. That guy was. He's a really good player, but he started to really like make those jumps. Like the more and more he played, like the next year you see him, go from 2.5 to 4.5 to 6.5. He continues to just get better. But being around him, I know what type of pro he is. So I know that came from hard work. And then, so that would be one of the guys. But obviously, there's a bunch of guys that I could kind of name.
Sure.
But outside of that, on the defensive line side, I would probably say guys that I played against. I'm really drawing a blank, but I know there's one guy that I hated going against, but he was, obviously people obviously knew who he was, but I kind of got him on the back end of his, career a little bit, but he was kind of still in his prime when I first went to right tackle, but was Ryan Kerrigan. Man, that guy was it was just hard to kind of figure him out at first when I first went to right tackle, but he was such a smart player. He could he could get you going one way, and because of his effort, you have to respect where he's going. But he was also sneaky strong. He had a right hand that if he got inside with that right hand, oh man, you better hold on because that thing like steel rod. Like, and he just had a motor, and he
Yeah.
would go and go and go. But obviously, he's a Pro Bowl. You know, but he was probably still to this day. I think he's a little underrated as far as like pass rusher.
Tell you, man, when you get really good players with good strength and functional football strength, and they do that stab you're talking about,
Oh
where
man,
it seems like Inspector Gadget. That arm just continues to get longer and longer. It's like, man, how long is this dude's arm? It's like, I got to get that thing off
exactly.
me somehow, man. That's crazy. All right, so your favorite NFL stadium other than AT&T and now Paul Brown Stadium, since you'll be playing with the Cincinnati Bengals, but eliminate Dallas and Cincinnati. What would be your favorite NFL stadium to play in?
Honestly, the only thing that comes to my mind is when I played in Green Bay.
There you go, Lambeau.
Lambeau Field, man. I mean, that just the history and just seeing like when you get there, you just that football atmosphere.
Yep,
It's special.
it is. I mean, first time I played there, just driving in, and you talk about tailgating. Fans are there at
Hmm.
9 o'clock in the morning for a
Yeah,
night kickoff tailgate. No, they'll tailgate 24 hours before the game.
they sure
And
will.
man, I'll tell you that place, the history of all the great players who played in that that's my favorite stadium too. I'm with you. Uh, Lambeau Field just made a huge impression on me. There is no question about it. The best streaming show you're currently watching, big man?
Best streaming show, I would probably say. Uh, well, I just started watching Ozark, but it's a little slow right now. But it just
Okay.
started getting good. It just started getting good. So somebody told me like it's gonna start off slow, which it did, but now it's just starting to get good. So right now, I would say I'm probably most interested in that one right now.
All right. So it's got you hooked. You just want to see how it ends. Huh? It's got
Oh
your
yeah,
attention anyway, right? All right.
yes sir.
All right. So I like to eat. I'm sure you like to eat.
I love
What's
to
your
eat.
I'm with you. We should maybe get together, throw down some groceries together
Hey
sometime.
Dave, anytime you want to go eat, call me, man. I'm in.
All right. So what's your favorite guilty pleasure food?
Ooh, ooh. Probably fried chicken.
Is that right?
Probably fried chicken because I love chicken is my favorite food in general, but I don't eat a lot of fried. If I eat fried chicken, it's probably maybe 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 2 times out of the month, maybe.
Okay.
I went from being a rookie eating it every day to getting older and realizing, hey, I can't eat this every day. So I really just cut it out of my life, and it's more so like once, maybe twice a month, and if I have it, it's probably like 2 pieces, if that. But I eat a lot of grilled and baked chicken though.
Okay. So who makes the best fried chicken? Is it your mom? I mean, is it your mama's fried chicken or what?
Ooh, my mom does make some really good fried chicken,
What's
but
your
I would
favorite?
I would say my favorite. You know what though? There's a place here.
Oh, you found a place.
I can't remember the name of it, but I can tell you where it is.
Okay.
Um, Matter of fact, what's the name of that place we went to eat that fried chicken? Do you remember? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you when I see you. I'll remember the
Okay.
name then. But
All right.
man, it was some really good fried chicken. It was really good. The Eagle.
Oh,
They had
yeah.
man,
Big
they got
time.
some really good fried chicken over there
They
and
do.
sides
They
and some
do.
sides.
You found the great spot, my man. You
That's a
found a
great
great
one.
spot.
That's a great one.
All right. Um, so the most meaningful relationship you've made since you've entered the NFL, is there any teammate, anybody that you've really bonded with, and it's an everlasting relationship?
I would say Tyron Smith. You know, that's my guy, man. I love him. I love him to death. You know, it's my brother for life.
Yep.
You know, I learned a lot from him. And you know, obviously, you know, we go back to me being in high school and him in college. You know,
Oh,
first time we met. So, you know, having the amount of time that we had together in Dallas and all the experiences that we had together, you know, I'd probably say Tyron Smith.
I'll tell you, a big left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys, multiple time Pro Bowler, hell of a football player, just a stud, man. Just somebody to really watch, and that's good information. That it doesn't surprise me. I like O linemen that have that bond with fellow O linemen. That's what
That's
it's all
right.
about. Your favorite superhero, big boy?
Favorite superhero,
Yeah.
I would say is it was hard to not be a Superman fan, honestly.
Bam,
I
Rambo, Superman. I see you. I feel you, big
mean,
man.
Superman, man, the
Yeah,
S on your chest.
yeah. I'm old school. It's all these newfangled super. I like the traditional superhero,
Me
Superman. No doubt
too.
about it. All right. So, player you always looked up to when you were growing up, was there a guy that like, man, I want to play professional football, and this guy, man, this guy's just something special to me.
Well, growing up, I really didn't have like a favorite football player,
Okay.
just because I wasn't really like a football guy, I would say. But until I started like really understanding that, you know, I could go somewhere with
Yep.
football, I would probably say at any position or just offensive line.
Well, give me both. Give me an O lineman and then any position.
Okay. So O lineman wise, I'll probably say I feel like when I realized that I could go somewhere and play football, I met Tyron. So he was kind of like the guy where I was like, you know, then once I seen him playing in the league, it's like I know that guy and he's a
Yep.
beast. And then from there, it's like you know, I like Trent Williams. I like Joe Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like Staley. I like him a lot. And yeah, I think those are the only like. Oh, Jason Peters.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot too. And then outside of offensive line play, I would say Jarvis Landry.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Just
Well,
because,
well, no. Well, the question was like growing up, right?
yeah,
Okay, because Jarvis Landry he's just one of my favorite all time receivers. But
you just like the
um,
way he approaches the game.
oh
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I would say I'd probably say Drew Brees because
Yeah.
of me being young and obviously the Saints were the home team, and when he got there, I believe like you know down the road, obviously when Katrina happened, that was such a memorable time. They ended up winning the Super Bowl, I believe that next year. So,
Yep.
or maybe the year of Katrina, they won a Super Bowl, and I think that was just like I'll never forget that day because it was like a holiday. Literally, I was at my sister's house watching. We were all watching Super Bowl, and I think maybe Tracy Porter took the pick from Peyton, and he took it all the way to the house, and that kind of sealed the deal.
Yep.
Man, when I was at my sister's apartment complex, and literally I took off running outside the door, and I wasn't the only person. It was like everybody ran out of everybody ran out of the apartment. So it was like everybody was out there. So it was like it was a big moment.
All right. So, what's the most surprising thing about yourself that most people wouldn't think? I mean, is there anything about you that people would never really think?
I love music,
Really?
and I have I have a um, I have a record label.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's how much I love music, man. Like I really love music. I think it's very underrated how we can, you know, just get in our cars and listen to exactly what we want to listen to
Hmm.
when it comes to music because you know, because of whatever reason that song, you know, it does something to us in whatever way, whether we want to go work out or if we just want to just chill, we know what we want to listen to. And I think it's very special, and it's a real talent when guys can paint a story for you through their lyrics, and you can relate to it, and you can always go back and be like, hey man, like this is my song, like, you know. And so I think that's special, and so I would think a lot of people probably wouldn't know that I have an appreciation for music that well.
Any particular favorites type of music?
No favorites, man.
Just you
Like
love it all?
I love it all. You know,
Sweet.
I have friends that are rappers, R&B singers. I have country singers that are my friends that I listen to their music. So I listen to everything.
So what's the label?
It's called Major League Music.
Major League Music.
Yes, sir. Major League Music.
All right. I know here in the locker room last week you were talking about your Bengal tattoo, and it's probably too difficult for you to show us because we're on a video cast here.
I don't think it's too difficult, man. Come on, man.
Show us your tattoo.
Let's check out the tattoo, man.
There we go.
Let's see if I can get it on here. Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sweet sugar. There it is.
See the tiger, then you see the bee in the mouth, the Bengal baby. Yes, sir.
Love it.
So this kind of like my football leg right here.
So what was the inspiration for the Bengal tattoo?
Well, this whole leg is like a football sleeve. So I got the year I was born on here. I got the little league team I played for, my high school team, LSU, I have Dallas. I have my number in the middle. I got the stadium, and then I have Major League Music. I just threw that on there, and then so the back of my leg for like the last year, I was kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna get back there, and it just so happened it was like I'm going to Cincinnati, and it's like this is my football leg, so hey, I'm about to put a tiger back here. I'm about to put the Bengal, and I'm about to put the Bengal in there. So that was the whole deal with it.
That's pretty sweet. It's good bit of ink on that leg, my man.
Good bit of ink.
LC, it was a pleasure. You're a heck of a guy. We appreciate you giving us some time. I know the Cincinnati Bengals are excited about having you play the right tackle position and just set the tone, set the standard for the offensive line. And can't wait for the season. Can't wait to watch you just perform and show us your craft. You're the man. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it, man. Look forward to talking to you more, man. I could talk ball with you all day.
Same here. Hey, Lambeau Field, Superman. We're on the same way.
Right there with you, man. You know it.
I think,
man. What?
Even at my age, the way you can play, I feel like I could line up for one snap next to you. And that'd be it. They'd have to carry me out in a stretcher. One snap.
Oh man, wait! I'll line up with you any day, man.
All right, you're the man, LC. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Dave. Have a good one, man.
Have a great day. Dave Lapham here, and every day I am grateful for my experience to have played professional football. As a player, I realize self-motivation, leadership, and appreciating your teammates are key. At First Star Logistics, you can use those same attributes to create the life you want for you and your family. Build your future by working hard like I did. You'll see results both on and off the field. Call First Star Logistics today and be part of our winning team. Opportunity knocking.